Hello, this is Math0302, beginning algebra, chapter 6, section 5, I think video 5, if I remember correctly. We're going to start looking at the sum and difference of two cubes, okay? So if we look at x cubed plus 64, this is the sum of two cubes. Now we say sum of two cubes because it's addition between the two. Sum of, notice that this is a perfect cube and this is a perfect cube. Now, they're using SOAP, and SOAP is helpful if you just need to remember the formula. SOAP, what do you use during SOAP? You use it during bath time. B is a binomial and T is a trinomial, which means that anytime you have a sum or difference of two cubes, you're going to multiply a binomial times a trinomial. Okay. We need to first write them as the cubes of something. Okay, so find the term that's been cubed to get each of the two terms. Now, x cubed means x times x times x, which means x being cubed. And 64 is actually 4 times 4 times 4. So that's 4 cubed. So sums and differences of cubes always factor to a binomial and a trinomial. The trinomial will have a squared term, but it will not factor any further. If it could, why would we use this formula, right? So, because it can't, we know that it will be completely factored then, as long as you don't have any common factors to begin with. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I'll remind you here, x cubed plus 64 is what we had. That's the same thing as x being cubed plus the 4 being cubed. And the factorization was x plus 4 times x squared minus 4x plus 16. Binomial, trinomial during bath time. Now, notice that whatever this is the same term, opposite term, and this term is always positive. Same term, opposite term, always positive. Okay, SOAP, SOAP. You can use that if you need to memorize the formula, but I don't actually use it. Okay, here's what I do. Here's the algorithm that I've figured out over time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up here and see these cubes. We don't want these cubes. Let's just drop them. What do we have left? Well, we have x plus 4. Oh, look! That's the first factor. Now to get the second one, it's kind of like squaring. So I'm going to square the first term. What do I get? X squared. I'm going to square the last term. What do I get? 16. Notice whenever you square even a negative, you always get 16. So this is going to be a positive, right? Always positive. Now here's the difference. Multiply these two together. It gives you positive 4x, and then change the sign. That changing of the sign is the difference. To square x plus 4, all I would have done is doubled this, but instead I'm just going to change the sign. That's the algorithm I use. So I drop the cubes, that's the first factor, then I use this to find the second one. Square the first, gives me x squared, square the second, gives me 16, multiply the two together, and change the sign. Okay. So that's how I'm going to actually do all of this factorization of sum and difference of two cubes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and in the next video we're going to just do some examples. I'll see you in a second.